So I was looking through the list of all the things that have been added in the latest GTA Online update, and when I first saw this, I thought, well, what's changed? This actually looked like something else I'd already seen. It's this, and it's because I, at first, thought it was the Helion. You know, that Canis Helion truck that they made with all the cool turbo stuff. For some reason, when I first saw this, I just thought it was that, but no. This is different. This is the Canis Seminole Frontier. This is like the old retro-style version of the Canis Seminole, based on an old Jeep Wrangler, presumably, going by some of these cues. It does look a little bit like an old American truck. But actually, I've got to be honest, I'm not really that big on the old Jeep Wranglers, but I actually like this. I like the look of this. I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's just I'm just in the mood for boxy cars right now. I'm in a very boxy car mood. So this is doing it for me. And there's actually quite a lot of tuning parts to go with this. So let's just go to a completely new location and have a closer look. And so here we are in Suburbia, and I thought I'd also spawn in the Canis Helion. And now that I've spawned it in, I'm now starting to question my own memory because I thought this looked a little different. Maybe it was one of the tuning parts. But this front end just looks so familiar to me. Maybe it was a mod. Maybe it was something else that I'd seen. But I swear I've seen this before, and it's really bugging me because I can't figure out what it is. But I know you guys always are on the ball with this sort of thing, so maybe you can tell me where I've seen this before, or am I just going really crazy right now? Either way, here we are. Actually, that's a nice picture we got there. There we go. It looks like the cover of an old 80s car magazine or something. Let's just open up all the doors and everything else and have a look inside. So, here it is with everything open. On the engine bay, it's pretty simple, but we do have an inline 6, which is pretty spicy looking. Wasn't expecting to find that engine inside there, considering this is supposed to be presumably an American SUV, but we have got what seems to be a Japanese inline 6 there, with some nice trumpet throttle body things poking out there as well. I'm sure that would sound lovely. Then we have the boot. The boot is pretty simple, just a nice, simple, carpeted boot. And then we have the interior, which, again, with Rockstar, there's no real newness going on here. This is just a sort of cut and paste job from another car. But it fits in reasonably well. It doesn't look too out of place inside of this thing. Okay, so onto the custom tuning parts, and we have quite a few things here. We've got spoilers, front bumpers, rear bumpers, skirts, exhaust, chassis, grille, hood, 2 sets of fender options, not sure what they're going to be, and roof options. And we've also got, inside of Benny's, we've got arch covers and liveries. I'm not sure if they're actually arch covers. Let's just have a look. They are, terrain mirrors. They are just plasticky, larger versions of the ones that are already on there. They're not bad, actually. Well, there you go. There's the first part. Some terrain mirrors. And I'm actually going to keep those because I want to go for a proper all-terrain vehicle style one on this first build. Onto the livery here, we have the Canis Tritone. And just for the record, white here is symbolizing secondary color. Red is symbolizing primary color. I'm still trying to find a good combination with this to properly show you guys on the secondary and primary colours. But there we go. There is the Canis Tritone. It's not going to look good with this combination. Oh, I love old wood paneling on cars. It's just, I don't know what it is. There's something about it that I love, and that is really cool. I've got a build idea using that already. But we do also have the desert stripes. We have the sunset stripes as well. Just sort of changes the colour between those. We have Siberia, which adds all of this camo going on. Then we have the terrain tumbler, a proper rusty version. I could definitely think of a use for this one as well. We have the two-tone camo race one as well. We have the off-roader. Oh, nice. That is nice, because normally I have to just turn the dirt up, but to actually have some nice mud splatters going along the side, I like that. That is a cool new thing. I don't think Rockstar have done that on a car before. They definitely need to add that retroactively to all the other 4x4s, though. That's definitely a cool one. We've also got the Forest Ranger, which adds the mud as well. And then we have the Clean Me, which is an even dirtier one. Wow, there's actually so many options. I kind of wish I had a dirty version of the old wood. Well, it seems like I said this one was going to be like an all-terrain vehicle. I might just go for the muddier one. I might just go for the simple off-roader mud one for now. And then I've definitely got an idea for the old wood one on the second build. So look forward to that. So on the spoiler options, we have the options of the stock, which is nothing. We have the plastic wind deflector. Oh, this is on the front. This isn't actually spoilers. These are, well, they're kind of spoilers, sort of. So we have the plastic wind deflector, we have the primary color wind deflector, and the secondary color wind deflector. I mean, plastic, 80s, gotta go for it. On the front bumper, we have the options of, we've got the stock, we have the ram plate. Ooh, that kind of makes it like an Escalade, sort of. No? No one else getting that? I think it's the lights that sort of made me think that. Then we have the lifted ram bar. Not too bad as well. Definitely got some cool looking options here. We've got the primary bull bar, which also just adds just that to the existing stock bumper. We have that in the secondary color. We have bull bar number 2. We have that in primary color. Ooh, there's definitely some cool options here. And then we have these as well. I don't know what to go for if this is going to be an off-road car. I kind of like the look of just going for the stock bumper, but with the bull bars in the secondary color on the fog light cover. So I'm going to go for that. On the rear bumper, it's actually not rear bumper. That's the problem with these. They're not always right. This is actually going to be a hood aerial. Right there. I wanted to make this a proper off-roader. So, yeah, we'll go for that. It's like we've got a little radio in there in the car to talk to everyone else. Then on the skirts, we have the stock. We have the slat steps on the side here. Or the pipe step. These are just the usual sort of rehashed things that Rockstar put on these four-wheel drive cars. I kind of like the pipe steps look, actually. Although, I think slat steps does make more sense. Yeah, let's just go for the slat steps. On the exhaust, we have... Where are these going to sit? Are these going to be at the back? They're going to be at the front. Let's have a look. We've got the dual tail pipes. We have the shotgun exhaust, the XL shotgun, the oval, and the angled shotgun. Ooh. That is cool. I'm stuck between that or the XL. I like both of those. I'm actually going to go for that. Let's just make this a performance off-roader. Let's just go for that one. On the chassis, we can get a half cage in here. Get this a full build. We've got the primary colour half cage, which just goes in the back section here. Then we have the secondary colour version. And then we have the primary full cage, which adds it all the way around the front as well. And that in secondary. I'm going to go for that in secondary. Then on the grille, we have the half slat grille. Actually, this is compared. Oh, so then we have stocks. It's got like the square look. We have that one with the slats. We have the full slat. We have the box. That definitely makes it look a little bit more like the usual Canis Jeep look. Then we have... Oh, that they're even more so with the Canis grille. Then we have that one with the primary colour on the insides. And that with the secondary colour on the insides. I've got to be honest. I actually really like this stock grille look. But this, with the different colours, is also kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not entirely sure if that'll work, but I'm going to go for that in the secondary colour. Maybe I'll change it. We'll play around with it. Then on the hood, we have the options of the stock. We have the inset hood, which has these little bits here. Then we have the aftermarket, which just adds these little vents in. We have the cowl, which adds a large cowl there. We have the reverse cowl right there, which is getting blocked by the wind deflectors anyway. We have the scooped hood. We have the vented hood. We have that with the primary colour vent things. And then we have that in the secondary colour. I think I might go for this aftermarket one because I like the idea that they've sort of thought, oh, we need some more cooling. Although saying that, it is called the aftermarket hood. But I see this as someone who has bought generic vents and just cut them and stuck them into the bonnet. This doesn't look like what I would call an aftermarket hood. Aftermarket to me would mean it was like specifically made and molded and shaped into it. This just looks like generic vents stuck on, which I think actually goes with the ethos of what I want to do with this build. So I'll go for that, even if I don't really understand the aftermarket name for that one. Then on the fenders, we have the stock. We have the primary colour, which gets rid of the plastic. I do like the plastic. It goes with the bumpers. I might go for that. But we also have the secondary colour, or we have the XL versions. Oh, we might have to go for these instead. Compared to the stock, definitely bigger. And we also have those in those colour options as well. I'm going to go for that with the plastic. That's a winner for me. Then the other fenders is just going to be mud guards. As you can see, right there. For the full off-road look, we'll go for that. On the roof, we want to get ourselves a nice big roof rack. So we've got a light bar. Oh, that might work for an off-road build. We have the raid rack. We have this light cover thing at the front with the primary colour. We have that with the secondary. And then we have this combination, the raid roof kit, Mark II, and the Mark II secondary. I mean, considering I've gone for these lights on the front in secondary, I kind of think that I should go for this one with the roof rack as well. Oh, nice carbon fiber bits there as well. Yeah, I think we'll go for that. And then let's just upgrade everything. Suspension, I'm kind of curious to see how much this does drop it, even though we won't really drop this one. That's not bad. Well, I'm going to stick on competition suspension anyway, because presumably it changes suspension characteristics. This is one thing I've never really investigated, is how much the different suspension options actually affect the handling. But I'm going to do that and then just jack it up with V-Stancer. That'll be easier. Right, let's just find a nice paint scheme for this one. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone for matte grey on the secondary because I think it actually blends in quite well with the plastics. And then I've gone for gasoline green just because I kind of think that this is quite a period correct colour to go with this one. Even if it's out of the realms of what we would usually do, I think this actually works. However, I'm now no longer happy with the livery because we've got all the dirt kicked up, but the dirt wouldn't be kicked up from there because, well, we've got arches and the arches are clean. It doesn't really make sense. I mean, what I could do is I can go to the dirt level and I can crank this up, but it doesn't really match. I guess it kind of matches a bit more if you do that, right? Yeah, I think that does match it a little bit better. But it definitely looked very weird when the car was clean, that's for sure. The other option is I go for the Clean Me version. But again, it doesn't really add it to the arches like I wished it would have. Because it seems that the arches are oddly clean, considering how close they are to the wheels and then everything else being absolutely smothered. But yeah, the Clean Me actually looks a little bit too dirty. So yeah, I'm going to go for that. But I wished it just looked a little different. And there's no extras or anything. We can add turbo. And that's pretty much all we can do to this one. We can change the wheels though. We do actually have some new wheel options that come out with this update on the off-roader. Now we have much better options for off-road tyres as well. We actually get these better knobbly looking tyres. Whereas before, if we actually go to the custom ones I have here down the bottom, you can see what the old off-road tyres used to look like. And people weren't a fan of them. They didn't really look that great. Whereas these new ones, these tyres look fantastic. And we've also got some much better wheel options as well. I tell you what, I've got to say, I really do like the Mountain Man and the Avalanche. They're definitely some of my favourites. I might go for that instead of the Steely and make this like a sporty style one. The Steely's had a cool look, but yeah, I think Mountain Man or Ridge Climber. Yeah, let's go for Mountain Man. And the wheel colour, I mean, keep it black, whatever. It just looks good dark. And there we go. There is our first build. In fact, we need to go up in the mountains. Okay. That's better. Now we are in the perfect spot. Look at that view. That is an awesome view right there with that in front. This matches so much better. Yeah, I like this. I like this as a car. I like just more. Especially more older style SUVs, as we had quite a lot of more modern ones. It's nice to have some of the older off-roaders being chucked in there as well. Definitely a fan of this, but I do want to go for a non-off-road version. I don't know how this is going to look. This is a gamble, but I like to experiment. Even if it's like an idea I've done before, it's still an experiment to see how it would look on this car in particular. Oh god, this is steep. Can I actually get down this without toppling over? Is this even possible? Ooh, and we didn't use V-Stancer for this either. We could actually make these wheels a little bit bigger. Let's just try and get down this safely. Oh, you definitely wouldn't do this in real life. Gravity would have taken over by now. I'm on the brakes and it's still sliding. Oh, no, that was my fault. I should use the handbrake. Oh, okay, we might get down this without toppling over. No, wait. Oh, god damn it. Okay, we've done almost. That's a semi-success. Yeah, actually, let's just quickly go to V-Stancer. And the height was actually quite fine. I might make this a little higher anyway. The tyres can go a little bigger. They can go a little wider. And we can get the front track width out, rear track width out. I like to just have these nice wheel poke things going on with these. Yeah, that's definitely dialed in a lot nicer. There we go. And there we are with a nice artistic shot. Maybe get some pixelated grass in between it. There we go. Yep, I like that. Let's now move on then to the next build idea. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. It's another failure. Or is it? I don't know what I've done here. I tried to make this. Okay, I tried to make this into a station wagon. Obviously, it does have quite a tall window because this is a four-wheel drive. So it looks a little off with the scale. But I tried to turn this into a little station wagon. I don't know if it worked. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think. It's kind of not right. Especially because that rear end is just so sharp. You can see it is supposed to be an off-roader four-wheel drive car. But yeah, I tried to turn this into an old station wagon with old classic wheels with the white wall tyres. I don't think it worked, but I don't know. Maybe you guys will be like, whoa, that's amazing. Probably not, actually. But yeah, there's the second build. That's an interesting one. I do like how this looks, though. This is definitely a nice addition to the SUVs that we have on offer inside of the game. Just another nice classic. And actually, considering that the Canis Seminole was sort of like a two-door performance thing, I like that this is sort of an older, proper four-wheel drive. I like that that is now added into GTA 5. But that is it for this video. Just thought I'd check this out. I did actually have another mod in mind that I was going to check out, but the mod didn't work in time for me to get recording. So there is going to be some interesting stuff coming up next week for sure. But for the last video that I'm going to be making as a 29-year-old, because it's actually my birthday tomorrow, September 19th, that is going to be it for now. I will see you guys again on Monday. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're all staying safe, especially because I hear that the cases of coronavirus are going up again. Hopefully you guys are all staying safe. But there we go, guys. That is it. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.